Well, we're back at Dartmoor 2 weeks from when I was last here 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. As you probably know, or some of you know, I'm not a spontaneous person, so this isn't a sudden last-minute plan to come out here. This crossed my mind a couple of weeks ago, so I've just sort of prepared myself for this trip. And Bess is she spent a penny, that's right. Oh, that's nice, thank you, Bess. So yeah, I wanted to try and come today or this week, because this is a bit of a deja vu, really, because it is freezing cold. So I hope you're picking my voice up okay. Yeah, this is almost exactly 1 year ago that I was last here. Just see, we might just make out Bleak House at the top of the valley with Green Tor to the right. As I say, I've just come over this hill, missing the section over there because they're firing, and that is that's Fairtor. So I'm just going to follow the valley, which you can just make out sort of straight through here to bisect or just miss Fairtor and head for Little Kneesat. And then I'll try and do a little bit more filming at Little Kneesat, which is where I used to camp, but I'm not today. We're going somewhere else today, a little bit more sheltered, I think. As you can see, it's very, and here it's very windy, very cold. I think this is the coldest and windiest that I've had here so far. So I'm just going to carefully carry on heading up that valley through that, which hopefully you can see. I'll do some more a little bit later. It's very, very wintry up here. I just stopped here just to try and give you a wide angle filming view directly ahead. I'm holding it close, so hopefully you can hear me, so I can't really point out anything. But directly ahead you should be able to see Green Tor. And then the really big one is Great Links Tor, and then there's a small one there, and then another one there somewhere, I know one of them is called Chat Tor. I must admit offhand I can't remember the names of the others, but I'm on top of what would normally be a very boggy section, and in fact I think a year and a half ago when I was walking here. I think this is where I nearly stood on the adder. So hopefully they're well and truly tucked up. Directly in front you can see Fair Tor, which I'm still aiming to just miss. And then again, you won't really be able to see it, but little Niset is just a little dot just there. I'm going to have to go down and then back up to it. So hopefully this is just giving you a rough idea of what it's like out here. It's pretty bleak, to say the least. I must admit, I'm glad I know where I am. I think it'll be a bit nerve-wracking if the mists came in or anything like that. But as I say, we're just going to head in that direction, so it's not too bad. And then I know exactly where I am from there. Yeah, I've just crossed this little stream here. Well, it's quite a big stream, but it's quite easy with these stepping stones just here. But as you can see, it's completely, well, not completely frozen, but certainly pretty frozen. Still making my way towards Little Niset, which is just the top of this hill here, so not far. And that is Fair Tor over there. Just again show you this stream. The temperature is minus 2.3 at the moment. With that wind chill, it'll be a lot less than that, of course. Right, we've just come from over there. That's Great Niset. You can see Fair Tor just on the horizon back there. Some rocks. So we didn't go to Fair Tor, of course. We just missed it. So we came over Little Niset. I was going to stop and do a little film there, a little filming there, as it's where I've camped so many times. But it was really rough weather up there, so it was much better to keep going. This is Dinger Tor, and I've got Bess there. And then we're heading over in that direction towards Yes Tor. So it's been, let's try and get you pointing at me. It's been a very, very blustery, and it really is very desolate out here. The going hasn't been too bad underfoot, but I must admit how people sometimes go off for weeks on end with not a soul in sight. I must admit, I'm not sure even I could do that from coming around here. But it is very, very peaceful. I say I haven't seen anyone all day, and I doubt I'd be very surprised if I saw anyone in today. We're heading towards Yes Tor in that direction, so that's probably only an hour away, if that. I can't see the time now, but it's coming up to about 1 o'clock now, so I'll be at Yes Tor by 2, and I'll probably be at my camp spot at this rate by 3. Which is a little bit earlier, so I might try and slow down by the reservoir or something like that. I don't want to get there too early. But this is obviously Dartmoor in the winter. And it's quite an experience, I must admit. I'll just show you a couple of other features. Where are we? It's quite difficult to for me to pick things out on the small screen. But somewhere down there is Lint's Tor, and then somewhere on the horizon is Kitty Tor, or in that neck of the woods. And there's a path that you may just be able to make out that goes up there. There's sort of a ribbon of white going up, and I think at the base of that path is a ford that you can cross over if you ever need, in this neck of the woods, and you need it to cross the river, then you can, as I say, down there somewhere, and that takes you up to Lint's Tor, sorry, not Lint's Tor, Lint's Tor's over that, takes you up to Kitty Tor, and then from there you've got Great Lint's Tor on the other side, and you're not then far from the car park of near Brett Tor where I started. But I'll be going in this direction towards Yes Tor. Right, well, we've got quite a bit of snow here. This is just a few metres, or a bit below Yes Tor, and you can see there's quite a bit of snow going on here, drifting. Usually me that's drifting. So yeah, we're heading, we're not a million miles from where I'll be camping now. Just show you how my brain works. Again, it's very difficult for me to see this small screen, but I think somewhere around about there is Solitude Tor, and heading up towards Solitude Tor are a couple of paths, well, tracks where people have walked. So I'm hoping to camp down in the valley, all things being equal. So at the moment it's about 1:40, so I'm going to get down there, well, it's going to be before 3 at this rate, because I just have to follow a path along there around the reservoir, and then I'm there. So it's probably about an hour, I would guess, to get down there. But as I say, once I'm down there, my brain is now starting to think of home again. I'm sort of thinking, well, I've just got to go up that hill, just go past Solitude Tor, and then follow the track all the way around to the car. It'll be about an hour, hour and a half tomorrow. You can just see Great Lint's Tor there. Pretty sure that's Great Lint's Tor. So the temperature I've seen around here was about minus 3 point something, with a wind chill of minus, I saw a minus wind chill minus 10.1. But I'm hoping that down in that valley it'll be a lot more sheltered. If it's not, I'm going home. But we'll just keep our fingers crossed that it's okay down there. But anyway, we'll do a bit more later on. Right, we're down by the reservoir, which is just through there. It's much more sheltered here, not so much wind, hardly any wind, just a little, not a lot. Got some frozen little streams here, but they're just, I doubt they're thawing out, they probably just haven't quite frozen completely. And you can see the water, just about see it, running underneath the ice. So I must admit, let's just turn this round. I must admit, it's quite nice to be out of that, thank you Bess, out of that howling wind. It was getting a bit windy up there, and my head was getting battered about and everything. So I must admit, it's nice to be down a little bit lower into some shelter. But I just stopped just to really, well, show you this water really in the reservoir, and we'll carry on. Show you Bess. Oh, I know the other thing I was going to show you. I don't know if you can see that. I think it's focused on that. The top of the water is completely frozen. I just realised my deliberate mistake. I hadn't put the sound on again. It's a bit of a nuisance. Hang on. Trying the new Thermarest Pro Light Plus at this time, see how that goes, see if it self-inflates. Mind you, I might stop it self-inflating by putting a sleeping bag on top of it, but I can put a few puffs of air in there later. It's certainly, it seems very breezy in here, but now I hadn't tightened that corner up there properly for the ground sheet, so I've tightened that up now, and I've tightened that one up, so now I've put everything down in here. That's holding the ground sheet down much better, and it's not as cold. The pegs got in the ground easily enough down here, thankfully. Now I didn't bring my little bit of extra Cuban that I usually bring with me, so I'm going to put that down there, so that's on top like that. See how that goes. I can move that a bit later. Put that in there. And that's it. I've just got to get water, make sure this is puffed up properly. I've put I put a smaller piece of Z-light underneath this time, so I'll put my coat under here. And that's it. So what's the temperature saying now? Well, here, temperature 3.5 degrees out of that wind. And as I say, there's a bit more shelter down here as well. You're lower down, so hopefully it might not be so bad. It might be a bit too warm to get into bed. I'm not going to get in yet. It's only 3:40, so I am a little bit ahead of myself. So I'm going to get some water, and then I think get a cup of tea going. So filming is going to be a little bit tighter in here than in the Super Mid. So we'll just see how it goes. Right, well, I'm in the Trailstar. I'm going to get into bed in a minute. It's 4:10, so it's quite early. But it is very cold outside, even though it's saying it's 2.5 degrees at the moment, but I checked the wind chill, and the wind chill is making it less than minus something or other, so it's pretty cold. It's too cold to stay outside. So I'm going to have to get myself tucked up in bed, I think, and my feet are going to start to cool off soon. I wore my Innovate 295 trail shoes again, and they did okay. No real complaints. You saw the terrain that I was walking on, through and over. But yeah, I think I need to be getting those off soon. My feet aren't cold. They're cooling off now, but they're not cold. But I think I do need to, you know, get my feet into the sleeping bag sooner rather than later. So, well, we may as well do another undressing video, I guess. So, I don't quite know how well this one's going to work out. I'll try and be sensible this time. I seem to be being a bit more sensible this trip. I think every trip is slightly different. Oh, I'll blow my nose a minute. Funnily enough though, I've not had to put my down jacket on, which I've done in the past. So I didn't need to do that this time. You can hear that wind out there howling away. I've not made a cup of tea yet. So that's another thing I want to do in a minute. So right, let's see how this goes. I brought my down hat again, just in case. I nearly left it behind, but I thought I'll put it in on the off chance. So that's my spare gloves that I keep in my nighttime bag. That's my dry socks that I'll put on in a minute. I brought a balaclava with me this time because I have difficulty keeping my head warm. Right, I just checked and it looked like my head had been cut off, so I'm hoping that is better now. Right. I just double checked it and it looked all okay, so fingers crossed. That's my sexy leggings, so I don't know whether I'll be showing you any leg today. And that's my jumper. My socks are inside out. Pay to have them the right way round. I have some music on my Google Nexus tablet thingy, But of course I've got that turned off while I'm talking to you, because if I have that playing, then Google will have a hissy fit. So we'll leave that off. But I must admit, by myself it is quite nice to have some music playing in the background. I don't mind being out here by myself, to be honest. It's not too bad. I certainly don't get lonely. It is quiet, obviously, and there's a lot of solitude and all that sort of thing. So I don't mind that. I must admit, I always do look forward to going home. So I suppose I do suffer a little bit from homesickness. I know that you probably wouldn't really believe it, but you know, I do get that a little bit. So I don't know if anyone else has that, but if they do, then I know how you feel to an extent. This is why I like this extra little bit of Cuban here. I can just rest my feet on there. So yeah, and in fact the funny thing is I can actually look through the door here, I suppose, just like I could to an extent in the other walks. Although two of the camps I was facing the other way, but looking that way I can actually see which way I'll be walking back tomorrow. It's a really odd feeling. As I say, if you don't suffer a homesickness or anything like that, then you know, it's not something that you would really feel. But it feels odder today. I don't feel as relaxed today as I have done on previous walks. Whether it's it's just one of those things, I suppose. But don't worry, I'll about to have a laugh later. And that's another reason why I like to have, you know, a laugh, because it's surprising how, you know, having a bit of a laugh can you know, make you feel so much better. And the other reason why I like doing filming, and this is probably another strange thing, is it sort of, even though I'm by myself, it feels like I'm not by myself, because it feels like I'm talking to someone. And of course in the future, as in when I upload the video, you know, I'll be communicating with people, answering comments, looking at comments, seeing how many likes people have put on, and all that sort of thing. So it's very therapeutic in the future, even if sometimes, you know, when I'm out here, you know, it can be a little bit tougher out here, if that makes any sense. Right, I'm going to have to try and get my trousers off here. As I say, it's certainly a little bit tighter. My trousers thankfully are dry, so I'm imagining if your trousers were wet, you wouldn't be leaning wet trousers on top of your sleeping bag. It's 4:20 and I certainly don't see anyone around, so it's still another couple of hours before it gets dark. But as I say, it is too cold outside to stay out. Right, cut. Blimey, I couldn't undo the knot. Right, cut. Hey, look here, I said cut. You can't go watching me taking my... No, it's very indecent. You can't... I can't have people watching me taking my trousers off. Go away. And now look here, I can't have people looking at me when I'm putting my leggings on either. I don't know. On the bed. Come on, on the bed. Bess, Bess. Come on, bed. Bed. Bess. Come on. Bed. Bed, back. Go back. Here, Bess. Bed. That's it, good girl. So I had to, I want her on the proper match, you see, that's why I was trying to be a bit firmer there. I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do with my shoes yet. Someone actually mentioned about hanging them up, so that's a thought. And I know the other thing is to put them on top of your rucksack, which I've put at the back there. So I might put them here or hang them up. I haven't quite decided on that yet. I think I am going to put my down jacket on now. I was thinking I might not need it, but as I'm going to be sitting up quite a bit, then I think it would be a mistake not to put that on. Extra water for Bess. Temperature at the moment is 2.7, but as I say, it's going to be colder than that out there with the wind chill. I've put the maths in my pocket in here, and in fact I can feel my legs are starting to warm up already. I think I'm on a little bit of a slope coming down this way, which is good. Oh. I must admit that does feel nice. I'm a little bit more relaxed now. I can once I've got everything done, I can sort of chill out, and then once I can chill out, I'm okay. It just takes me a little while to get the old brain in gear. So I think I'm going to have to start thinking about a drink, and I've got a squashed roll there that I'm going to have to eat. And we'll do a bit more filming in a minute. I've got to reach all the way over there now. Right, just an update. It's 5:30 and I've had a cup of tea, which always makes everything feel much better. I've got something, one of my boiling bag meals boiling away, and I just wanted to just quickly show you I've attached the simmer ring, which you saw on my other video. So I got it up to boil, and then as soon as it was boiling I put the simmer ring around it. So we'll see how that goes. Bess has decided that she wants to go at the back of her bed. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'd rather that she was on this mat here, but if she's comfortable then I'll leave her where she is for the moment, but I'll just keep an eye on that. I've put my shoes under here, one there, one back there. So I'll keep an eye on that as well. I think my trousers are just enough off the ground, and I've put my socks, which you can just see, under there. Round here, that's just an empty bag. First aid kit. That's a few spare tissues in there. Plus I also added in a phone charger. So I've got my down hat in there, which I probably really don't need because I've actually just thought of it. I've got a down hat on my down coat, of course, but it's always worth putting in. my jumper down there, which I don't need at the moment. This trip I did not bring my. Let's just be nice and wide. You might better get a view out the back then. Yeah, this time I didn't bring my down boots this time, because the last time and the time before I only needed them for 5 minutes and half an hour, and I thought I'd get away with it this time. So far so good, and touch wood, you know, I haven't regretted not bringing them. I've started watching a film, Argo, so I'll watch a bit more of that later on. I just going to pause. Actually, no, I just pause you. Right. Okay. Yes. Argo I've downloaded from these. This is a Top Gear one that I have on there as well. And some DVDs, when you buy them, they have an ultraviolet digital copy. So you go onto the internet and you can download the film that you've just bought. So obviously I've downloaded Top Gear, and I also had one of these for Argo. So I've downloaded that as well. So I'm just watching Argo at the moment. This cold is eating this battery. I've only got 19% left on the I've only got 19% left on the battery, so I'm not going to be able to get an awful lot more filming done. So I'm sure I charged it up fully, but I have done a lot of recording with pitching, which took quite a while and everything, so I've probably used up quite a bit there. So I'm going to shut up for a little while and have something to eat. I think my food is probably just about done. I don't know if anyone is interested in a separate video on the Xperia Z or Z, but I had to change my phone and go onto a different, and I've gone onto a different contract with Orange. So if anyone's interested in a video on that, because that has something called a stamina mode, which might be useful for walkers, and obviously is water, well, I wouldn't say waterproof, but certainly water resistant, which might be of benefit to outdoorsy people. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know, and I'll probably do a short video on that sometime. But anyway, as I say, I better shut up and have something to eat. Okay, I'll just do a quick bit of filming. I just did a load and realised I hadn't turned the ruddy microphone on again. Bad habit I'm getting into. I'm going to have to remember to put that microphone on. So just briefly, there's Bess there. So yeah, I've just got a few things tidied up. Waters are filled up, ready for the morning, and filled up the obviously the platypuses earlier. Bess's water bowl is filled up for the night. May need to top it up if she has any. I've just finished one platypus, so I've folded that up ready. Right, it's 8:15. I just thought I'd get another meal going. So it'll be my second this evening. Second and last one. Well, they need eating anyway. But the other reason why I just wanted to film now is the other reason why I enjoy filming is people enjoy watching them. So I enjoy filming them so that you can see the outside, see how other people camp and things like that. So I get a great deal of enjoyment out of filming for people who are watching. So I just wanted to add that in, and thank you. I think that bit of tin foil is going to need replacing. I've stuck a hole in that. Right, well I better start doing some filming because the camera's down to 14% now. Time is just gone 6:30. I've been awake about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. I've only really just recently come to a bit, although I'm still half asleep. Right, I'm going to show you my balaclava. So this is the balaclava that I wore to sleep last night, and I have to say I think it helped quite a bit actually. It's still recording. Yes, I think it helped a lot. It didn't come off, of course, so it helped keep my head warm and kept my neck warm. And although I still woke up first thing this morning at about 4 o'clock cold, so I put an extra layer on here. I've only just a few minutes ago put my coat on, so once I've eaten I'm ready to get up and start packing. There's a couple of small things I've noticed. I covered my shoes up and they're mostly not frozen, although they did get a bit, they're a bit frozen, but not enough. I'll be able to get my shoes in, I think, or my feet in, I think. I'll just put that there just to warm that up a bit. One deliberate error though, of course, I left my waters out on the ground and they're both frozen solid. I didn't even think of that last night, which was daft. To know it by now. It's minus 2.9 at the moment. I don't know if that's focusing or not. My eyes are half asleep. It was minus 2.2. It was minus 3.5 earlier. There's no breeze out there or anything at all like that. So I'm going to, camera is frozen on my hands. So I'm going to crack on. As I say, if I can do a bit more later on I will. But I'm down to 12% now. Little countdown for you. Right, this might run out any minute now, 1%, so really quick. Yesterday we walked across the hill across there and then camped down in there somewhere. And that's Solitude over there. And we're heading in that direction to pick up the path. I'm going a bit cross country, but it's very easy going here. So just a bit of cross country here just to pick up the path that comes off Solitude that will take me back. But as I say, this is 1% video. It's now flashing at me, battery flashing. So I'm going to have to get going. But that's the first time I've used the whole battery. So that's another lesson learnt. Okay, toodle pip, catch you all again. Thanks. Bye bye. Well, I'm glad I did it, by the way. Yeah, it's good. Thanks.